The biggest difference between coming from school and going to university is the independence you need.
Throughout A-levels you're always told that you're not being spoon-fed anymore and this is independence now, but once you get to degree level it's a whole new ballpark, you can live 5 minutes in the library and yet the onus is on you to go and do it. So it's a lot more independent suddenly.
So in school it will be smaller bits of homework that they might give you for the next day or for the next week, so you know you have to do it. Whereas here they'll give you a deadline that's in 4 weeks' time and you think, oh, it's so far away. And then suddenly we're now 4 weeks in and your essay's due the next day and you can't just do things overnight.
Before I started, I made sure I looked at all of the content that the university website offers.
Slides for your lectures, which you can see a couple of days before, and I definitely recommend going over those before your first lecture. It doesn't have to be intense, you don't need to know everything, you don't need to make notes, but just reading over it might make you feel a little bit less intimidated when you're going in for your first lecture.
And there's plenty of other students, videos of students, top 10 things to do before university in preparation to make you feel a lot more comfortable, a lot more confident going in.
In those practical sessions, you're always in a group and they always make an effort to try and mix you up so you get to learn from new people that you haven't talked to.
In my first practical lab session on, I remember, Tuesday afternoon, I was sitting down at a table with Megan and Georgia, and now we're best friends and we go out for drinks at the end of our exams and help each other study. So that was a really good way of getting to know people without having to make the first move when you're sitting in a lecture theatre, which was nice.
That's lovely.
Each year has its own handbook, so first year we'll have one and then second and third year. And it's basically like, I don't know, the Bible of psychology. So anything that you need to know about your lecturers, course structure, marking. As we always say, the handbook should be your first point. Like, look in the handbook and be like, anything you need will be on there